Hey guys, welcome to the Entrepre-Doers morning show. My name is Anthony. My YouTube channel is called Pittsburgh. Today I'm pretending to be Tommy the Bargain Effect since we're on his channel. But I just want to welcome everybody in. You'll see the co-hosts of the show above me. We have Nate Every Day I'm Hustling. We have our gracious host, Mr. Tommy the Bargain Effect. Off of awesome show last night with Marcy Kennedy and Rise and Grind Picker. So that was awesome. I was watching you guys a little too loud while my wife was watching Little Mermaid live, but I was like, that's my boy, Blue. I was like, I got to watch Tommy. I don't care what you're watching, babe. But we also have a very special guest today, David M., the Carboot Picker.
Hi, everybody.
You might also know him as David's Reselling Journey. That was his channel name for a little while there. He's joining us all the way from Northern Ireland this morning.
Yep. Hi, everybody. It's good to see you all. Yeah. Thanks very much, guys, for having me on. Yeah. Right. Okay. Just want to ask me any questions or anything? I can get started and let you know how I started. So, do you want to start and ask me anything, or let you just work away?
Sure. Well, I'm gonna greet a few people, and then we'll get going on grilling you for some questions. I want to say hello to Craig Landshark Picker. He gets the brownie points today. He's now tied for the lead with Justin Jacobs. So you guys are gonna have to fight it out. Then we got Steven Scroggins, Nate's favorite person. How you doing, buddy? We have Moronic Pest, Kelly the Ecom Mom Ward. Yeah, she says she needs to come in at 5 a.m. to get here first. That's awesome. I love how you guys do that. Reseller man, what is going on? He said, dang, I'm not early enough too. Justin Jacobs says, I'm late, and he was probably like a half hour early. I did post a link, guys, to David's YouTube channel. Please make sure you go and subscribe to him. He does really awesome content, and he's just a really good guy, as you'll get to know by this show today. We have Veronica the Cherry Picker. Good to see. Always like seeing those cherry emojis in the chat. We have Destiny the Shamrock Pixie, everybody's favorite Irish American. Christina Moore, good morning to you. And Key Lime Kisses, good morning to you as well. I'm glad you guys are here. If anyone hasn't said anything in the chat, feel free to put, throw something in there and we'll greet you. Feel free to tag us if we don't see you, because sometimes the chat gets rolling, especially when we have an awesome guest like we have today and everybody wants to know different things about them. But I'll get started with some questioning. David, I'm just kind of wondering, what's your backstory? Tell us a little bit about yourself and, what made you get into reselling, what made you get into going to car boots and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, how I got started was back in early 2012. I started selling golf equipment that was up in our attic that was just gathering dust, and it was never being used. And I thought to myself, right, I'll put this onto eBay, and I sold all that for good money. And also as well, what got me into started in the eBay as well was the head chef, the head cook in my full-time job, which I work as a cleaner, everybody, in a nursing home. And I work between 40 to 45 hours a week. And it was the head chef in my job that showed me the ropes about eBay. And he says, David, start listing some stuff on eBay from around your house just to get started. So that's what I did. And after I sold all the golf equipment, I started buying and selling stuff to the head chef in my job. And I would bring stuff down to him to sell. He would give me stuff to sell on the eBay. And that's how I got started that way. And yeah, so I just do this part-time, guys, on the side. It's nothing more, nothing less than that. I don't treat it as a business. It's just a wee part-time hustle on the side. And it's given me a chance to interact with everybody here. And I really enjoy doing it. So yeah, that's how I got started. And not long after that, I went on to YouTube there 2 years ago, and I came across my first reselling channel called Liquidation OH, which other people know as Chris from Ohio. And through there, I learned a lot more about reselling. I learned a lot more about eBay, about promoted listings, about buy it now, make best offer, how to do your postage, things I never learned before until I found this guy. And that's how I found Stephen Steff, would you believe it or not, was through his channel. And this is how I got to know everybody like Tracy and Tommy Bernhard and everybody else, so many other great resellers, Lonnie. and John Cincinnati Picker. I found all them, and yeah, that's how I got started on eBay and on YouTube.
Awesome. That's really cool. Are there very many resellers in, well, I don't want to say resellers, but content creators in Ireland, Northern Ireland that you follow?
I follow at the minute. There isn't any. Now there's some people that are subscribed to me, but they don't. They have a YouTube channel, but they haven't got any content out just yet. But they've been following me.
Okay.
So they have, but as far as I know, Anthony, no one yet. But there is people, like I said, who are on YouTube that have their own channels, but they haven't got any content yet. There's one or two that I know do clothing reselling, but at the minute they haven't got any content. But they do pop into a lot of my channels, a lot of my videos I do.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that you're spearheading something over there. Then you're pretty much like the Nick Hills of Ireland.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Basically, so yeah.
That's really cool, man. I'm sure that there's going to be a bunch of people that, because I know for a fact, like anytime I come across somebody that is from Pittsburgh or the surrounding area, there's always kind of like a special connection there. You know what I mean? That's kind of how me and Nate connected. I can't quite remember. I guess somebody told him that I was a local Pittsburgh guy too, and he reached out to me, and like we've just become great friends. We do a lot of collabs and stuff like that. But I could definitely see you spearheading YouTube movement over there. That'd be really cool to see.
It'd be good, yeah. Definitely so. Like since I've joined YouTube, a lot more people have found out about our culture over here. Especially when I used to go live down to Carboot. I used to do it on my phone until the YouTube thing changed. Until you needed 1,000 subscribers for your phone. I used to do lives on the phone all the time, and I think a lot of people have found out about our culture over here and old buildings. And I was able to show people old buildings and all that were around the Carboot sale and stuff, and especially other people and all. I found other people wanted to be on my live videos when I first done my Carboot sale and all, and everybody found out how nice and friendly everybody was. And yeah, it was just basically me showing the whole YouTube reselling community just what it was like over here in Northern Ireland, what sells well in the local apps, what sells well at the Carboot, what your profit margin is going to be at the Carboot, things like that, what your seller fee is, and it's really interesting. I really enjoy doing live videos again, and I'm glad the StreamYard thing. I found out about the StreamYard thing from Tracy, who's in the chat here, and another guy over in England called Peter A. This guy's just changed everything for me now, because I didn't think I was able to go live again until StreamYard came about. So I'll be definitely putting out a lot more live videos and plan to do more recordings as well down the line. So
that's awesome, man. I'll definitely be watching. I like what I've seen of your channel thus far, and I think we've really only been connected a short while. But one thing I've noticed about you is you're just like one of the nicest people I've met through YouTube.
Oh, thanks very much, man. Appreciate it. Thank you.
So definitely becoming of the culture that you've explained. So when you go to these car boots, do you find that there's a lot of resellers there, or are they mainly just people trying to kind of get rid of stuff and make a couple bucks?
Yeah, it's a mixture, Anthony. I found that there's some sellers that were there the last time I was there. I was selling down to my car boot there 2 weeks ago. So it was, and I found a lot of sellers that are near the front gates of the church that does the car boot sale in Belfast. They are resellers, because they they knew we're all about eBay, and they were telling me about eBay, what they sold on eBay and stuff. And then you'll have a lot of other people who've bought from me before. There's a guy who bought a big stack of DVDs from me to see it in one of my videos. The only problem was the camera was upside down. That was my fault. But he bought a big stack of DVDs, and another person I've made a contact down there with, he was selling across the way from me, and he was telling me that him and his brother are big time eBay DVD resellers, and that's why he came over and bought the big stack of DVDs from it. Which I bought them all at an auction house, which I plan to go to again if there's any good stuff. I've been checking their website every Tuesday and Wednesday. And they hold their general auction every Thursday from 6 p.m. UK time to 10 p.m. UK time. So I plan to do that again as well. But yeah, mostly resellers that sell there. And it's a mixture of other people as well that just sell there just to make a wee bit of money clearing their house out. But yes, a lot of resellers down there. I used to actually go sourcing at the car boot down there when I first started on YouTube. And then I found after a while people were saying, oh, this thing sells for such and such on eBay. This thing sells for such and such on eBay. And then I realized, guys, that everybody knows down there what eBay prices are like. They charge you the full retail eBay price down there. And I thought to myself, right, I'm going to have to broaden my options here. So that's what I've done now. I've got the auction house on the side now. I've made an account with 2 wholesale liquidation companies. Instead of having one option, I've now got 3 options. So I'm trying to give myself the best chance possible to, to get inventory.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm at the moment.
That makes a lot of sense. That's the thing I hate hearing the most when I'm outsourcing is, well, on eBay, this costs. It's like, well, put it on eBay and wait to 6 months.
Yeah, that's right. Instead of bringing it down to the Carboot, if you know it's going to make good money on eBay, yeah, put it on eBay. Yeah, that's right. Very true.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like the the chance to try and buy something is over. Like it's like the wow wow sound. As soon as you hear that, you just start walking away.
Yeah, definitely is. Like as well over here, you would have charity shops in the UK. That's all of the UK as a whole. But you would call it thrift stores in the States, I believe. So I was at one of those charity shops last week, and I was checking the prices as you do on the eBay app on the phone, and they were charging guys full retail price. That's no good. That's no good to resellers like ourselves.
Yeah.
And then 5 minutes later, it came on the speaker. Please check our eBay store. Thought, right, see us later. I was quick out the front door.
Yeah, I would be too, especially finding that out. I know Goodwill. It's one of our bigger thrift stores here in America. They're doing auctions on their website now. You can find Amazon listings from Goodwill. You can find eBay listings from Goodwill. So they'll still have stuff in store you can find, but their prices have definitely skyrocketed over the last couple years. I'm sure people have been saying that for many, many years, but they've just kind of gone to a whole new level. I have this one thrift store. It used to be kind of like a honey hole for me, and new management took over, and it's like, man, it's like I'm lucky if I can find a deal every once in a while. You know what I mean? Like you really got to catch them slipping on something to really make any money there. Past couple times I've gone there, I've filmed for it with my backpack, and I'm like, man, I don't even know if I should put these videos out because I'm like not even buying anything. It's so bad.
Yeah, it makes it hard. I mean, for the amount of business that, us in the States at thrift stores and stuff do, for them to price us out or starting to price us out, I'm sure they're going to see a dramatic drop in, sales and, just inventory in their stores. I mean, and the only thing that will do is feed the bins for us because that's where it goes before it dies to the landfills and stuff. So, there needs to be like a, kind of a healthy mix for them to really do well, on also, and have healthy numbers, I should say, and not have to wait for the dollar days and have inventory sit. So,
yeah, there needs to be a compromise there, doesn't there? There needs to be a compromise. They have to compromise with, us resellers, because it works both ways, doesn't it, guys? They'll make money, usually make money, stuff's going to the landfill, like you said. So they need to compromise here, because like you said, if they don't, all that stuff's going to be wasted to the landfill when it could be going to someone else who needs it, and it gives you, us the chance to make a profit on it.
Right. I mean, a lot of times, we put out videos and stuff of what sells and stuff, and some of these people watch these videos and say, man, like, we let go of this item, and some are the Goodwill, some are the mom and pop thrift stores that they may run or whatever, and they want a bigger piece of the pie. In other words, because we're showing them that this is happening, but in all reality, either we got lucky or we just by chance know a little bit more, and we're able to market it better and have a broader audience see the items and stuff. So
yeah, understand. Yeah,
I wish they would do like almost like what Ollie's does. And if you spend like a certain amount in a month or a good size period or whatever, we should get like almost like a buyer's premium or a discount or whatever. That would be a great thing, because to get there you have to spend money. You know what I mean? So as long as they're getting money and people are coming in and not just maybe cherry picking a few things here and there and leaving with full buggies, they should be thrilled, because it is all donated items, or if it is a mom and pop store, maybe they bought it for very cheap, and they're making something on it. So
oh, definitely, 100%. Do you agree? Yeah.
I don't know if you're on Goodwill's email list, Nate, but they actually will send out special coupons and stuff pretty much weekly. At least I get them. I don't even recall signing up for their email thing, but they send me offers all the time. Actually, they might have got my email because I was like petitioning hard for them to put a bins in near my house, and then I was also petitioning hard for them to keep the bins out in Monroeville since they're the closest one to me. That's probably how they've been sending me all them coupons and stuff.
There was one Goodwill that I think they said something like if you want coupons or whatever, and they had like an email sign-up sheet that you just write down your email. And I did that, but I don't believe I've gotten anything from there. So, yeah, I might have to look into it, or you might have to tell me the link or whatever to find it. I'm sure it might be just a Goodwill. I'll just check it out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was just Goodwill.com or something. I don't know, like Contact Goodwill or something. I don't know. It might be on the bottom of one of your receipts because I'm pretty sure that there was a lady that highlighted something for me at the bins because I was like, what do I have to do to make sure you guys don't close? You know what I mean? Is there somebody I can call, suggest it, or whatever? And so many people did that. That's why that bins is still open.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yeah, so we have a couple questions here. Well, Stevens is more of like a statement, but he says it's funny if we tried to sell out of our car boot, they would think we are shady in our country. And pretty much what he means by that is it's like if you're somebody selling out of the trunk of your car, essentially you're selling hot items, like things that are stolen for a cheaper price, out on the streets trying to hustle type thing. But that's common in the UK and in Ireland, huh?
It is, yeah. Black market, yeah. The black market is very strong over here, where people would sell fake items for high prices. And actually, over here, the police have raided some black market stalls because people are selling illegal counterfeit goods as well. And that's a bit of a problem over here as well, the black market. But that's in the other side of where I live. You get to know which sides are good, legitimate sellers are, and you get to know where the black markets are. You stay away from that side, and you stay to where the side, where people actually sell real legitimate stuff.
Yeah, we have a little bit of that too over. Well, I don't want to say a little bit, but there's all kinds of places you can go depending on what part of town you're in. Like if you're in the hood, you can get movies that are out at the movie theater just because somebody goes in there with a camcorder and selling DVDs on the side of the road or in barber shops or wherever. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of people that'll order in bulk, like cheap Chinese jerseys. Like, for example, I have a relative who probably 10 to 12 years ago made his living ordering in bulk from China and going around basically slinging Steeler jerseys to people. And it was insane. Like he did really well. Not that that's legal, definitely illegal, but there's a lot of people that are really big into the bootleg market. And I've even seen a lot of people at our flea markets, which I would assume are similar to your car boots, selling generic goods and stuff like that, fake purses and fake fragrances, for example. Like Ashley bought me this. I've been wanting to try this one cologne, and she bought me one there, and it like literally smelled like hairspray when we got home because it was fake. But yeah, that's just one of those things here too. You got to kind of look out for it because there's always people out there trying to get rich off of, items that, it's like the live iNads. You can't really hit them with an item not as described.
Or as described, yeah.
Yeah. Tracy wants to know though, what is your favorite type of item to resell?
Yeah. Well, I've got one of my box here. I'll show you now. I can get it over for this. It's all packaged up, but I like to sell DVD box sets. Right, that's it there. It's all packaged up. This here is Clint Eastwood box set. Mm-hmm. And you can see it's all packaged up there. I like to sell electronics. So anything I can test at home, like DVD box sets, or also as well, I've bought cameras, vintage cameras before. I've bought from an auction house back in March. I bought 3 cameras. 2 Nikons and 1 Olympus camera. The Nikon was the 2 Nikon cameras were vintage 1985 cameras, and the Olympus was a 1982 camera. So I had never bought cameras before, but I thought, right, I'll try it out, and I got them all for £15, and I ended up selling them all for between £35 and £45 each, pre-owned. And even though I had no way to test them, there was no batteries in the back, the lens was cracked. But it ended up being, guys, whenever I sold them all the next day after buying them at the auction. They went to camera shops, 2 camera shops, one in Scotland, and one in London. So immediately I realized these cameras have been bought by people who are going to repair them. So I just explained in my description that these cameras are pre-owned. They have not been tested. Please see photos for more information.
Mm-hmm.
And there we go. That worked. But I always put my letters in block capitals so that it stands out for everybody. Because as far as I know, from what I've heard from other resellers on YouTube, not everybody reads the description. People just buy from looking at the pictures. So I thought that would work by doing block capitals. So yeah, that's what I do. DVD box sets, cameras, and clothing now for the first time, which I bought from a wholesale liquidation company I've been dealing with called Gem Wholesale. I'll show everybody here later on, just before I go. I've got the tab open now at the top of the screen, and I'll show you all what I bought. I bought designer clothing this morning, winter clothing. Awesome. And there's a pair of winter boots as well, and they all go over for £100, brand new and pre-owned. So I'm gonna after costs, I've worked out it's going to be either between 210 and £220 profit.
That's awesome.
So I'll show you all here later on. I'll do a wee screen share, and I'll show you all what I bought.
Cool. I'm dropping David's link in the chat right now, guys. If you haven't subscribed to him yet, please do. I really believe that you guys will enjoy his channel and stuff that he does over there. He even does like trivia games and stuff for people in his lives, and it's just a really fun atmosphere that he puts out there. So I think that you guys will really enjoy that, because I know even in our community, we've had different people doing trivia and game nights and stuff like that the chat could participate in. So I definitely think that that's something you guys will like. At least I know it's something I like. Any other questions from anybody in there? I mean, I know I have a couple, but I don't want to hog David. It's bad enough I hog the buffet, and I don't want to hog the guests too, especially when I'm on Tommy's channel.
Yeah, I'm. To be honest, I'm working on something in the background here that I got to get done, and I don't mean to be like distant from chat or the show or anything today. It's just something I got to take care of. So feel free, man. Ask away. I take it over today.
Okay,
Nate, Anthony, rock it out,
guys. Going forward, too, just a reminder: Nate is taking over Hump Day for us.
Hump Day,
and he's got some big news about his first hosting.
For the premiere of my first live on Wednesday, we will have Marcy Kennedy and Shane, the Rise and Grind Picker. So make sure you tune in for that. We'll also be doing a giveaway for 250 subs live that day as well. I'm going to put out a video probably tomorrow or maybe even tonight. So make sure you look out and make sure you have the notifications clicked in your sub, and just leave a comment, or I might maybe have a saying or something like that. And
remember to filter your comments when you're going to pick the winner by Pittsburgh. I think that'd be a good way to do that. But yeah, guys, make sure you check out Nate's video and go in there and comment whatever he says to comment in the video, because he'll be giving away a $25 gift card on his first live. So I think that'll be really awesome.
It'll be $25. Your choice, as long as I basically can get it. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to be Amazon. It could be to a food place, whatever. Just as long as I can find it and send it over an email, we'll do it quick and easy like that. So
cool. It'd be fun. So, David, do you guys have anything over there, kind of like the bins, like that you see, like from America? Like, do you have like a thrift store where everything's just piled in bins and you have to dig for it and fight people for stuff?
No, we don't have anything like that there. No, but I've seen it on before in videos from the States. I've seen that. No, we haven't got anything like that there. No, we would have charity shops here in the UK, and that's more or less the same thing as thrift stores. Everything's just on the shelves or cabinets, and you go and you do your research on each item, and you just pick what's good on eBay once you do your research, and then you just put it in your basket and pay for it at the desk. But no, we don't have anything like that there. No.
Cool. Yeah, I was always curious about that, because I've talked to some other people that are either from Australia or England or different parts of the country, or of the world, I should say, that don't have anything like that, and even some people that are in the States, like Craig was saying, his closest bins is in the southern part of Alabama. I think I remember him saying before it was like a 3-hour drive for him. So we're spoiled here in Pittsburgh. We have like 3 or 4 we can get to like within an hour.
Yeah, that's what makes it great. Even like I'm near Pittsburgh, and it's not that far of a drive for me, and I'm able to hit all types of different stuff, shopping and sourcing, the bins, tons of Goodwill stores. It's really a great place to live.
So you said you do a lot of sourcing on auctions and stuff like that. Are they mainly online, or do you go to like in-person auctions too?
Yeah, this auction company that I go to, guys, it has online. They've just set up their online website at the end of last year, but you can go in person, and that's what I did there a couple of months back. I just go in person because I think it's a lot better if you can go there in person, because you get to hold the item yourself, and they warn you about that on their website. They're saying you're bidding on an item that you haven't viewed yet. So I find if you go in person, you can actually hold the item in your hand, and you can do the research on the eBay app, which I do, and I just make a note on the catalog that I would get, on the bidding catalog, how much I'm going to bid up to. And it's a 15% buyer's commission there and 20% VAT, which is a value added tax. And it's sitting currently at 20% at the minute. It used to be 17.5%, but then the government put it up to 20%. So I include all those costs. And if the price is right after those costs, well, then I'll go for it. The auctions, they have the general auction every Thursday from 6 p.m. UK time to 10 p.m. UK time. So whenever I normally go down on a Wednesday and view everything in person, but on a Tuesday is when they put things onto their website. So that's when I start viewing the pictures on the phone, and I get to zoom in on the pictures. And if there's anything there I can see on the boxes or anything, I copy and paste onto the eBay app. If it's worth going down for, I'll go down, and then that's when I make a note of how much I'm going to bid up to, and then I include the commission and the VAT. And if it's worth buying, guys, for eBay, I'll go down. Not only that, there's been stuff they sell there that's ideal to sell in the Carboot sale as well. So I've done that as well in the past. When I bought 2 big massive crates of DVDs, box sets, because DVD box sets I do really well with, especially Blu-rays, because they hold more money than a single case DVD does.
Yeah.
And I find that I was able to split one half for eBay and the other half for Carboot, and that worked brilliantly, because in the end I made a £69 profit on everything. Nice. So that's what I basically do, and I'll stay there right to the end from 6 p.m. at night to 10 p.m. And I've also done it where I've went after work. I work from 8 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon as a cleaner in a nursing home full time, and I would go after work, straight after work, about an hour's drive, and that's when I would go to the auction, do the viewing time as well. But yeah, it's handy enough, and everybody's friendly down there. I've made 5 contacts down there, and I know the manager very well, so anytime they see me, they know I'm a serious buyer and stuff. And I've actually bought things up there and sold them to other guys as well for a profit as well at the auction. I've also done that as well. So I'm doing that there at the minute, and I'm set up an account with 2 wholesale liquidation companies. One's called Gem Wholesale Limited, and they're over in Wales in the UK. And their one's called Marthill International, and they're about 15 minutes out from London. And I done research in those companies for 2 weeks to make sure I knew what I was getting involved with, to make sure I was getting involved with legitimate companies, not companies that were going to sell you, junk. Now, you can't get that, as you know, in liquidation companies, but for me, because I have a full-time job, it makes sense for me to be out, I'm after the quick flip. So I'm after stuff like clearance stuff, like new stuff, brand new stuff that I can turn over quickly, and I can work it in with my full-time job in that way. So I've got a system at the minute where I can go to the auctions, buy things off the wholesale liquidation companies, which I've been doing, work around my job, work the delivery around my job so I can be here. And I find at the minute that's working out. So that's where I'm at the minute. And I'm more or less focused on eBay at the minute, but I also sell the Carboot sales, which I put out videos about as well, guys. So that's where I'm at the minute.
Awesome. Now, is retail arbitrage a thing over there in Ireland?
It is, yeah. Now, not too many people have done it. I tried it there at the start of this year. I went to some big local supermarkets over here. There's one called Asda, which your Walmart owns over in the States there. Walmart owns them. And there's another one called Tesco Limited. And they're quite big here. I tried that once, guys, so I did. And I found, no, it just wasn't working out over here. But I know in other parts of the UK, like in England, it works very well. But over here, it doesn't, no.
Okay. That's interesting. In Ireland or the UK in general, if you know, is Amazon big? I know we were talking with Brad and Jazz from Two Aussie Thrifters, and they were telling us that Amazon, it really does not have a foothold over in Australia. And over here in America, Amazon's like the big dog, and eBay's kind of like behind Amazon. So I was wondering if over there, if Amazon's as big as eBay, or
I would say, Anthony, over in England and the rest, over in England and Wales and Scotland, I would say Amazon's quite big. But as far as I know from over here, the local apps and selling at Carboot sales and selling on eBay would be the top 3 things over here that are very popular at the moment.
Okay.
I've noticed a lot of people selling, even on the local apps, selling clothes and hard goods and electronics, and I've even noticed that on eBay over here. eBay's very, very strong over here. That's the money maker for me, is eBay.
Okay.
But for any heavy items in the past that I've put out videos in the local apps I've done, and I've sold on the local apps. But mostly I'm trying to focus on eBay. But yeah, eBay, I would say, is the top thing, and then the local apps, and then selling at the Carboot. They're the top 3 things over here. But at the minute, Amazon, no. Now I know Macari was here. They were in here over in the UK this year, but they pulled out in January. So they did. And I know Postmark has got their new headquarters in Canada, and they're maybe thinking about coming across over here. But that's as far as we've got over here. It's just those 3 things, like I said, are the top 3 selling areas at the moment.
Stephen Scroggin wants to know how your shipping is over there.
My shipping, it's actually not too bad. So a lot, all my sales go all over the UK. I don't ship international. I just ship around the UK because I find the shipping is very low that way. Like for these cameras I've sold in the past from the auctioners and the DVD box sets, the shipping for me is anywhere between £1.80 and £2.90, and that's Royal Mail second class. And I find that keeping the shipping costs low, that's an advantage for a potential buyer, because then they're getting it cheaply, but they're getting it, a like new item or a brand new item for me. And I find doing Royal Mail second class is keeping the shipping cost down for somebody who's going, potential buyer. So yeah, anywhere between £1.80 and £2.90, I normally aim for the shipping. That's what it is, unless it's a really heavy item, guys. Like a DVD player or anything like that. There, it's going to push it up maybe to £5. But I more or less stick to Royal Mail. Anything that I can fit into a medium-sized box, a jiffy bag, which you would call a padded envelope, or a small box. That's what anything I got there. It's small or a medium size, easy to ship, and keeps the shipping cost low for any potential buyers. That's what I like to do, because at the same time I like to help out any potential buyers who are trying to get things from me, because you don't want it to make it too expensive for them. If you keep a shipping cost low, more than likely 9 times out of 10 it'll sell quick for you.
I'm gonna guess there's like first class, and then second class would be like your economy, like for us, like partial mail or ground or whatever.
Yeah, first class delivery net, that's next day delivery for here, and second class is 2 to 3 days, working days.
Oh, okay. So basically your first class is like express mail, or
it is. It's whatever. A bit more expensive, and then you'll be paying maybe an extra £3 on top of your buy box price. But then the Royal Mail second class, it's between £1.80 and £2.90. Also, just depending on your box dimensions and your weight. Right.
Now, everyone knows that I do Amazon, and I work full time as well. If Amazon became a bigger presence out in your area, would you give it a shot? Maybe do FBA, where you only basically sourcing the item, sending it in, and then they do the rest, or are you happy where you're at?
I'm happy. Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I'm actually happy where I am at the minute, because as I was saying, I can work going to the auction, buying off the wholesale liquidation companies. I can work that around my full-time job, and it's been working really well for me at the minute. I have thought about Amazon FBA in the past. I have heard a lot of people say good things about it, but at the minute I'm just happy with eBay, because that's been my main money maker over here. That's the top selling platform to sell on over here in Northern Ireland. But yeah, I have thought about it, but I'm actually quite happy at the minute. Unless something drastically changes with eBay, as you know, with the glitches at the minute, I'll maybe think about it. But I do well on Amazon, and I do well selling the car boots, and I do well in the local apps now and again.
Has that affected many people over in Ireland, the glitches and stuff that have been happening?
At the moment, now, it hasn't affected me at all yet now, thankfully. As far as I know, I don't know anybody else that I've spoken to that said that to me now yet. Now, maybe it has done, but there's no one that I know that follows me on my YouTube channel has said anything bad about it yet. But thankfully not. No, nothing that I've heard of yet, and it hasn't affected me personally. So not at the moment. But no, it's pretty bad now. I know it's a worldwide thing.
Yeah. In regards to where you live in Northern Ireland, which part of Northern Ireland do you live in?
I live in a town called Cumber, and it's 10 minutes out from East Belfast.
Okay.
And the town I live in, actually, guys, is where Thomas Andrews was born and raised, the man who designed the Titanic.
Cool.
That's the town I'm from. So he has a school here named after him as well. So he does. And yeah, that's the town I'm from. I'm just 10 minutes away from Belfast. So where I am geographically here in Northern Ireland, it's handy to get to the Carboots. It's handy for shipping from England or Wales from the wholesale liquidation companies. I get it for a cheaper price. Whereas in the Republic of Ireland, which is down south from me, just across the border, people would pay more money for maybe a carton, a box of liquidation stuff, or a pallet. I can get it for £30 cheaper because of Northern Ireland being in the UK still, and us using a different, the pound sterling. So yeah, no, that's where I'm from, a town called Cumber, and I'm 10 minutes out from East Belfast.
Cool. So is Northern Ireland, is it very big compared to like the whole of Ireland?
No, would you believe it or not? It's actually very, very small. It's actually smaller than Wales.
Okay.
Anytime you look at it on the map, it's really, really small. It's the smallest part of all of Ireland altogether. Republic of Ireland, it's actually bigger than here. So it is. But it's a nice place for for a lot of tourists to come and visit and all and stuff. It's very popular over here with American tourists as well. It's really opened up compared to 20 years ago. It's a really nice place. But yeah, we're the smallest, I would say, in all of the UK. Yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah, I've always wanted to visit. I keep telling my wife, because she's like a Disney fanatic. I've always told her I want to go spend a month in the UK and I want to spend a week in each one of the countries over there. That's like my top bucket list thing to do, is to just go spend an entire month over there. And then I'd say probably behind that is I want to go over to Australia too and check that out. But yeah, the UK just seems so cool to me.
Okay, there's a lot of history behind it in the UK. There's a lot of history, and there's a lot of historic places you can go to as well in England and all of Ireland here as well. I'm sure you're aware of the Game of Thrones TV show that was filmed over here, and that opened up Northern Ireland to the wider world. So I put Northern Ireland on the map, guys, without a doubt. And now it's just full of tourists coming across now, because you can go to the areas where they filmed, and you actually get to go to the place where they've done the bow and arrows, and you get to fire the bow and arrow yourself and all as well.
Oh, that's cool.
Things like that. Yeah, it's really fun and exciting places. And there's a lot of famous castles that are still intact that you'd have on the cliffside or out in the middle of a field somewhere as well. So yeah, it's a lot of history behind it, guys. Yeah, it's a really nice place to go to. So it is.
Yeah, I love Game of Thrones, man. I would love to see that type of stuff, because there's a couple people that I'm friends with. There's a mobile game that I play or used to play for Game of Thrones, and that we're playing with all types of people all across the world, and they're showing me pictures because they live near or somewhere close by, so they go and visit for vacation or holiday or whatever you call it, and I was just in awe that how awesome that was, just to be able to walk on basically not a set, but like in its original habitat, what it is, the castles and the
castles, yeah,
just the scenes of the fields that they were in and stuff. That was awesome. I would love to do that.
Absolutely. I did a similar thing when I visited Philly. I told myself I'm going to run up the steps that Rocky Balboa ran up and do like the punching thing. So I got halfway up and I'm like, yeah, this was a bad idea. I was like, fat man running steps, not a good idea. Hey, good morning, Gary. Good to see you, buddy. Glad you're here. So is there anybody else in the chat that has any questions for David? Personal, eBay, his job, Ireland, any UK stuff? I know, I'm curious, like what kind of hobbies do you have? Like, what do you do for fun when you're not reselling or working?
Yeah, whenever I'm not reselling or working, I play soccer, which we call here in the UK football. I don't play for a team or anything, but every Tuesday night, I would go and play soccer with my friends, and I played down at a leisure centre. It's just out the back on a pitch, and it's AstroTurf. It's not on grass, just AstroTurf. And we would play eight aside, and I would play soccer with them every Tuesday night from 9 o'clock at night to 10 o'clock at night. And when I'm not, and then any other days, I go down to my gym as well. I like to go down to my gym, and I find that takes my mind off my full-time job as well, because I know a lot of people down there, and I get to go down with friends down there as well. So that's the two main hobbies that I like to do, is go down to my gym, which I'm a member of now down there, and I also like to play soccer with my friends every Tuesday night.
That's awesome. I know right by where I live, there's a mall called the Pittsburgh Mills, and there's would you say they're a professional soccer team or a semi-pro soccer team, Nate? The Pittsburgh Riverhounds?
They're semi-pro, I believe.
Okay, so we have a soccer team here, you guys would call football team. The Pittsburgh Riverhounds. One of the guys who is like one of the big players for there owns a gym there, and like he'll actually there's actually like all kinds of different stuff for soccer, and like you can learn how to play soccer from like professionals and stuff there. It's super cool. I've gone in to check it out. You know what I mean? Like, I've never actually played soccer on any kind of team or anything like that. Or, as a kid, I would play around with, other kids at the park sometimes. But here in Pittsburgh, football is like the big thing. So we have the Pittsburgh Steelers, and you're basically swaddled in a terrible towel when you're born here.
Literally, you are. Like, it's football season. They bust it out, and that's what they lay the babies in. So,
yep, for sure. So football is huge here. Hockey's pretty big here with the Penguins. Penguins actually started giving like little gift baskets to every baby that's born. I don't know if it depends on which hospital, but I know like the big hospital we've always gone to, McGee Women's Hospital, the Penguins give gift baskets to everybody, so the kids leave wearing like Penguin gear and stuff like that. Oh, excuse me, hiccup there. Yeah, Destiny, I am down. She said maybe we can plan a trip there. Me, Nate, and Destiny, and Tommy, we're all coming to visit you, dude.
Brent, sounds good. Yeah, I'll take you down to Belfast, and I can take you where the Titanic was built as well.
That would be awesome.
The shipyard's still there. Now there's two big cranes that are, and it says H&W on the side, and that stands for Harland and Wolff. Mm-hmm. But they weren't the cranes that lifted the Titanic into the water. They came at a later date. But yeah, I can show you about Belfast. It's a really nice city. It's a lot of American companies have set up in Belfast now. Technology companies. And that's just opened it up now. It's very, we're slowly but surely starting to turn into London. Modernization is starting to come in. Now, our transport system is starting to change as well. It was behind England's for maybe 10, 15 years. But over the last 2 years, we're starting to modernize our transport system. And that's helping the economy as well. And house building has went up as well. So, yeah, look forward to it, guys. Yeah. Great to show you around.
How long would it take you to get to Liverpool from where you're at? Because I've heard the shortest plane trip in the world is Liverpool to, I don't know if it's Belfast or which part of Ireland it is. Close to Liverpool? Yeah,
if you were going by boat, you can get a boat across, and by boat it's an hour and 40 minutes, and then by plane it's just over an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm. That's why when you were in chat the other day, because like I said, I've just now started following you and getting to know you a little bit. So I knew you were from the UK, mm-hmm. and I didn't know if you were in England or if you were in Ireland, because I've done a lot of research on the UK, just because I was passionate about it as a minister. I'd read some articles over there, and I did a lot of research. I have some friends that do some like traveling ministry over there, right. And me and Ashley really wanted to get into that as well. And I noticed that the dialect in Liverpool is very similar to the dialect in Ireland, because it's so close that there's so many people that like either travel back and forth for work or have moved there from Ireland or whatnot. So
that's right, there is, yeah. In Liverpool, they would call it Scousers. They would call them Scousers.
Yeah.
And then people in Wales, they have a different accent. And then you've got people in London, and they would be called Cockneys.
Yep.
And they speak with a different accent. And then you've got the Scottish people, different accent. And then even over here, you've got Ulster Scots. So what the territory I live in is called Ulster, and you have Ulster Scots, and they were Scottish people that came across the Northern Ireland way back to the 1800s. And then you've got other people in different parts of Northern Ireland speak, a different accent to what I have. So it's just everywhere across the UK, guys. It's just different accents as well.
Yeah, I've watched a couple videos of like accents of, even just the English accents and how many different ones are. I mean, I guess it would be kind of like, in America, you'd have like obviously the Pittsburgh accent that me and Nate have, or, like the New York accent, the Boston accent, you know what I mean? Like all these different, even like the Valley Girl accent over in California, just different dialects depending on which part you're from. So that makes a lot of sense. Myra said many of her ancestors are from Ulster. Is that near you?
Ulster, yeah, that's the area that I live in.
Okay.
That whole area that I live in is Ulster.
That's awesome.
So
cool. Have you ever been there, Myra? That'd be really cool. I know most of like my family come from Italy, but my dad's mom was Welsh. So like I think I'm like 90% Italian, but the only thing that came out of my complexion is like the Welsh, because I got like light features. I look like the white sheep of my family because everybody's like real dark Italian looking except for me. Well, my dad looks like I look just like my dad too, so he's very complected this way too. But yeah, we have some roots over there in the UK as well.
Right.
Yeah, I'm half Italian, half Polish.
There you go.
That's a crazy combo.
Tommy's half Italian, half coffee. There's a smile. That's my buddy.
Now, one thing that I remember you saying that, this is you don't treat it as a business. You treat it basically as like a side hustle or
just a side hustle, Nate. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you like what you do now as a job, and would you consider going full time? And do you have if you would, like, what goal would you have, like, or what situation would you want to wait for to make that leap if you were going to do it?
Yeah. If I was going to do this full time, I would have to win the lottery. And even if I was a millionaire out of it, I still would want to do this full time. That's the only way I would do it full time yet, because at the minute I can't afford to leave my job to do it full time. I haven't got the finances there to do it. I'm nowhere near it.
Right.
But that's what the goal would be. I know it sounds daft, guys, but that's what it would be. If I won big money in the lottery, that's when I would go full time. But at the minute, I'm happy enough doing this as a side gig, because it gives me a chance to interact with yourselves. I appreciate everybody does this full time. We respect these guys, and because of everybody on YouTube, is where I am today, because I've learned so much, invaluable information that I didn't know before. And I'm happy enough, Nate, doing what I'm doing at the minute, and I enjoy doing my full time job. I've been nearly doing cleaning now in the nursing home that I work in now for 9.5 years. So I really enjoy doing this at the minute on the side, and I can't ever see myself, leaving my job unless I come into money, like win the lottery. That's the only time I would do it full time.
Do you enjoy your job?
I do, yeah, I really do. I like looking after the old people down there that have maybe Parkinson's disease, that maybe took a bad stroke, or Alzheimer's or dementia, which is a big problem here all over the world, as you know.
Yeah.
So I really like looking after them, and I've looked after as well a couple of World War II veterans as well.
Okay.
Who served in the French Resistance during World War II. We've had people like that as well in our place. So I like looking after the people there, and I like, leaving their room in a nice tidy way, because then you get the feedback from the family and stuff. So I like that. Yeah, I like looking after people, especially when they've worked hard all their lives and they've went through it. They're a different generation as well. So yeah, I do enjoy my job, yes, and enjoy this reselling on the side as well, because it gives me something to look forward to, guys, when I'm in work, because it's a pretty stressful job, what I see and what I have to deal with. Yeah. It's very hard, even for a new person to go in and see all that every day, maybe 6 days a week, every week. So by me doing reselling on the side, it's a wee interest. It gives me something to do. It takes my mind off work, and I enjoy the interaction that I have on YouTube. And I'm so glad that I found you all, because I respect all you, and I look on all of you as my friends, and I trust you all 100%. So I'm so glad that I found you all on YouTube, and I never planned to quit YouTube. I'm always going to be doing this, because you're learning new things all the time, guys. You know, on YouTube, it's really, really good information. It really is.
I've learned so much about how to run my eBay business from YouTube. It's insane. You know, the first person I found when I came over to following reselling on YouTube was Lonnie over at Garage Flips. And he introduced me to Justin with RVA, Craig, the Land Shark Picker, you know, his whole crew, Thrift Mine, and all them. And, you know, I just started, I lucked out that I fell into a group of people who were very knowledgeable that gave good information. And that just kind of helped me kind of jumpstart what I was doing. But 10 years ago, I did work part-time for a guy, just listing stuff for him, and I would take his inventory to the flea markets on the weekend and, you know, do that kind of stuff for him. And like, I'd be his like little grunt worker, you know, packing his orders and stuff like that. But I never really thought that that was a viable option for me, because I didn't really come from money and I didn't have any way to kind of get started. So I was happy just kind of taking minimal profit to like work for him at the time. Mm-hmm. And then once I really just started watching Lonnie and seeing how, well, I could just go to a thrift store, I can just go to a yard sale, spend $20, turn around and make $100. I was like, well, I can invest $20, you know? So I started cleaning out my basement. And that's how I kind of started building up a bankroll. And then here and there, I'd go to a thrift store, you know, spend $20, or a yard sale, spend $20, or, you know, anything like that. So I thought that was really cool. Just like you know, essentially you were saying, like I've gained so much just from YouTube, you know. And then Lonnie like inspired me to even start a channel and just kind of document what I was doing. I mean, even if you look back to the very beginning of the channel, it's like, I've grown so much, like as a reseller and as a person. It's insane. Myra wants to know, were any of them at Dunkirk? Not entirely sure what that means. I'm guessing that's somewhere in Ireland.
Yeah, Dunkirk. Dunkirk is on the outskirts of France there.
Oh, okay.
So it's just up a wee bit from the Normandy landings in 1944. It happened during World War II. Yeah, Dunkirk. Yes. No, there's none of them there, no. But Dunkirk was a famous battle in World War II, and that's where the British Army retreated from when the Germans were coming down. So I'm assuming that's what that's about. But no, there's no one there. No, I've got a lot of relatives. I think she's talking about relatives, family. Myra, is that what she's talking about there? Family, relatives? But
I don't know if you were talking about the World War II vets or what it was that you were talking about.
Oh, is that? Yeah. No, the woman that I was looking after, she was from over here. And she was in the French resistance, but she was from over here, and she went over there as you know, a woman fighter, and she went over there to join them over there. But when she passed away over here, her burial was over in France at a French war graves. That's where she was. She was buried over there with them. But that's the only ones we've had from over in France. It's just that one lady. The rest have been from over here.
She wants to know if any of them were in the battle.
In the battle, no. None of them were, no.
Okay. Destiny was asking what your favorite thing you have found to resale. I think we kind of touched on that earlier.
Destiny. The best things I found were the DVD box sets I bought and the cameras, the vintage 80s cameras, the Nikon and the Olympus cameras I got back in March from the auction house I was telling you about, guys. That I plan to go back to again. So that's been the best buys yet, because I bought those cameras for £15 and I sold all three of them. Whereas two I sold for £45 each, and the other one I sold for £35 each, and they were both, you know, accepted an offers. I had them listed as buy it now or make best offer, and all three of them, and I accepted an offer, and I made a £28 profit on all of them. So I thought that was a good deal. Yeah, that's the best. That's the best by far I've had. And, you know, selling on eBay was those. And I would say the best local app sale I've had was what I got headphones, wireless Bluetooth headphones with my Samsung Galaxy S8. I got them free. And I also got these with it as well. But the you know, the big Bluetooth ones, the big headphones. I put a video out in this. It's a local app called Spock, SHPOCK. It's a big local app here in the UK. It came in there last year, and I sold them for £30. Brand new. It hadn't even been opened, and I got them free. It was free money. I got them free with my mobile. So that was the best. They've been the best sales. The cameras on eBay and the DVD box sets and that local app sale. Best ever, guys. Best ever. I haven't been able to top that yet. But they've been the best ever. I've got a couple of videos out about that as well. Me selling on the local apps as well.
Nice. I'm re-dropping your link in the chat for anybody who's new in here that hasn't already seen your channel.
Thanks very much.
So there's David's channel, guys. Please make sure you go over there and show him some love. If you haven't already met him before today, just let him know you met him here. I think it'd be really cool. Just go throw him some thumbs up and send him some nice messages. And if you see him go live, join his lives because he's very interactive with the chat and he does a lot of really fun things. So I think that you guys will really enjoy connecting with him. But you were saying earlier that you had this haul of clothing that you wanted to show off.
Yeah. I've never done this before, so it's just share screen at the bottom, isn't it?
Yep.
I have to click the tab first.
Yep.
I have to click the tab at the top and then share screen, or what way do I do this? I've got the tab open.
Yeah, you can just click share screen here, and then you'll click to the tab after you're sharing.
Okay.
And then once you click share screen, you'll just click on your screen inside the box.
Okay.
Go to share screen, and then Tommy will pull it up on the screen.
Okay. Okay. Thanks for allowing me to do that, Tommy. Thank you.
Sure.
Let's see. Share screen. That one. Is that share now?
No, I don't see it yet.
Did a box pop up in the middle when you click share screen?
Is that it now?
Then you just click on the actual picture inside the box. Then
There
tell
we go.
the screen.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
no.
You see it, Tommy?
Yep, I got it. Here we go.
There we go. All right. Then you can
That's
click
it there at the top. Is that it going now? No.
All right.
That's it there. See at the very top. I'm trying to get onto that. That's it there.
Yeah, just click on it.
Click on it.
And it'll show us once you get over there. We saw it when you were on it before.
Oh, did it?
Yep.
Is that it now?
Now
So
you're
this is it here, guys. Gem Wholesale Limited, and this is one of the wholesale liquidation companies that I'm dealing with. They've got their own Facebook page, they've got their own YouTube channel, their own Pinterest, and Google and Twitter. So what I do is when I'm buying for these people, I go to Just Added. Now their Facebook page gets updated a lot quicker than their website, so I normally go on to their Facebook page first. Like I said, it gets added quicker. Stuff gets put on quicker, and this is the stuff that they have. So I just go to Just Added and then I check. And what I'm after for the CL, that's clearance, and each box there is color coded. So for example, it says returns there. So each of them has a triangle. It's color coded. So I'll show you what I bought. So go on to clothing, and that's it there. Clothing clearance. You've got clothing grade 1 and returns. I want to stay away from that. And you've got single lines, which is just one item, and you can just, that there will be in a box. That there will just be in a box. It tells you your cost per item and your total cost price and how many you get on it. So yeah, I'll show you what I got here. So I only buy clearance because it's like new or brand new and QC clearance. And as you can see, there it is there. I bought it this morning. Sorry, this is sold. So so the box price was £265. The shipping, it brought it up to £318, and the VAT, which was £59, it brought it up to, the total price was £354 I paid. And there's the items there, 9 items. This barber jacket, there's 2 of them, and I find, guys, on eBay, it's £160 recommended retail price in the stores now. On eBay, it hasn't really lost much of the value here. On eBay, it's selling for between £120 brand new and £135, and I've got 2 of them. And the rest of these here, that there is selling for £120. I find this here is selling for £60 brand new, maybe between 60 and 70.
nice.
And after I comped all this out, I find the profit I'm going to make is between £200 and £220.
Cool.
So yeah, that's what I bought this morning, and the box arrives tomorrow. So it does. So the box arrives tomorrow. I got the email about it there a wee minute ago, and the best thing about it, guys, is the company that's delivering it, they're only 10 minutes up the road from where I live. So
Nice.
it's going to arrive here very quick.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah, that's my first time, guys, getting into clothing. I'm a wee bit nervous about it, but at the same time, I've done my research. I know I'm going to make money on it, and I look forward to showing you. So I'm going to do a live video, and I'll show you all here what I got. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it's all winter stuff, guys. So I thought to myself, with winter, with being winter now, it's perfect time.
Yeah.
I find with the clearance stuff I've bought from Gem Wholesale before, it's all brand new, perfect condition, no box damage. Now they do tell you you're going to get maybe some seconds, which is maybe some stuff that has a box damage in the corner, but most times the clearance stuff, it's like new or brand new. That's what I'm basically after now with these wholesale liquidation companies, buying QC clearance, which is brand new, or clearance, which is like new or brand new.
Rick Star City Picker says the barber will do well. He says at Orvis we sold lots of barber to England. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it's a completely whole new experience, but I thought I'd try something different. But yeah, if this works out pretty well, I'll start doing more. I'll start buying more clothing. I'm eyeing up 5 more boxes of them cartons at the minute. But it has to be, guys, for the right price. And if it's not for the right price, there's no point me spending money for the sake of it to make a loss. We're all in it to make money. Yeah. So sure. I have to be very picky what I choose as well, because I'm after the quick flip. So it has to be something I can turn over quickly. So basically that's what I'm going to be doing now, buying off these wholesale liquidation companies, Gem Wholesale Limited, which are just showing there, and Martel International, and going to the auction again as well. It just keeps the inventory coming in because I'm trying to build up my eBay again. And these liquidation companies and the auction don't only sell stuff for eBay, guys, they also sell stuff that's ideal to sell the car boots as well, which I've started doing because, as I was saying to start there, sourcing from the car boots is dead in the water, it's gone, it's finished. But selling there is very good because I've made contacts down there now as well. So that's basically where I'm at, guys. That's what I plan with my channel. And like Anthony was saying there, everybody, I do trivia game nights. So I'm going live for my trivia on Friday night at 7 p.m. UK time. So hope to see everybody there as well.
Yeah, and that was actually the latest question. Kelly Lee on board was asking when the next trivia game was.
Yeah.
So 7 p.m. UK time. And thinking, what time is it right there?
It is just at 3 minutes past 4 in the afternoon. So I know for Texas time, for Tracy, it's like 1 o'clock p.m., 1 p.m. for her at lunchtime.
Okay, that makes sense. And then it's probably like 2 o'clock for me because I'm an hour ahead of her.
Right.
I'm in the future, and you're in the future of us.
But no, I find everybody enjoys it, and I know, a lot of people, it's different for me sitting here only doing it part-time, but it must be very hard doing it full-time. But that's just why I respect everybody on YouTube and all the knowledge they've gained, because, without yourselves, I wouldn't be in the place that I'm in today. Like, for example, it was Steve and Steph that I learned how to do the local app from. It was eBay that I learned from my friend at my job, as I was telling you about at the start. He helped me with that, and I've just gained so much. So I find everybody seems to enjoy the trivia games, and I enjoy doing it, and it's the interaction you get, and it takes people's minds off, when they're doing their shipping, because it's something to have on the background, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's what I really enjoy about that kind of stuff. It's just something to take away from the monotony of the day, because if I'm not like on a live with somebody talking, typically I'm watching YouTube to try to at least make myself feel sane, because I'm sitting in a basement all day listing stuff on eBay, or packing stuff for eBay. So Destiny wants to know if you have daylight savings time in Ireland, or is that just a USA thing?
Yeah, we have it over here. Yeah, now the clocks changed there recently, last weekend. Mm-hmm. So now it's getting darker at night a lot sooner. But yes, we have that. So we do at the start of every year over here. The clocks change again, and it's it gets brighter a bit earlier in the mornings. So we have that here. Yeah.
Yeah, we just turned our clocks back this past weekend too.
Right.
Yeah, Gary says it's 8 a.m. right now in California. Yeah, he's 3 hours behind us here in the Eastern time.
Yeah, I think you're doing it right with all the research and stuff that you're doing on the liquidation. I mean, anytime you buy anything, you have to know what you're getting, and hoping that it is what you get. As a person that works like me, liquidation is a great thing to get into if you can find someone that is credible and things like that. And with it being so close, you might be getting lucky and just be able to save some shipping and go pick it up if it's that close to you.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, Nate, because I got an email from one of their sales representatives. They overcharged me by £14.21. So instead of being £368, it's £354 now because there was a mistake there. But yes, you're right. Where I am in Northern Ireland, I'm lucky because I get shipping prices cheaper than what the Republic of Ireland would get, or what some of the other countries in the UK would get. So I'm actually very lucky where I am, and especially where I am here in Northern Ireland. I'm right beside the water. So the distance between Wales, where it comes from, and here it's no time at all. It's an hour's difference by plane or by boat. And I like it where you can just get it sent to the house. It's handy that way because there's been a lot of times in the auction house that I've been going to in the past, which I'm starting to go to again. I told everybody there in my last couple of videos that I was going to stop doing it. Mm-hmm. But I've decided now it's better than relying on two things to have a third option. So just keeping your options open, broaden your options a bit more. So I'm starting to go back to that again. But I found that a lot of times I was going down there and it was just full of junk. You can get in auctions a box and it's just full of junk. Yeah. I find now by having these two liquidation companies, it's two options that I never had before. And like you said, the shipping is very good at a reasonable price. And even to get that box of clothing shipped over to me, I saved £20 compared to other regions in the UK. So I got for £30, but it depended on your weight, the kilograms. It depended on weight, what the cost is going to be. So if there wasn't much weight in this box, it would have been £30. It would have been less. Whereas if it had been a heavier weight, it would have been more. But yeah, the shipping prices, Nate, are very good here. I have to say, very lucky where I
am. Gary says, Tommy, you have a great poker face. Do you play?
Sometimes, man. No, I don't play poker at all. I'm not real big into gambling. I like to guarantee my money.
Yeah, I guarantee it.
For sure.
I'm definitely a gambler.
I do. I go to the casinos once in a while. I'll drop, $20-40 into a slot machine or something for something to do. But then I'm mad when I leave if I lose it because I'm like, man, I could have took that to Goodwill and guaranteed profit.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, D, how you doing? For those of you watching, D flipping particles in the chat, she has a 12 noon Eastern show that comes on typically after us. Anybody's looking for a live to hang out in next, she would be the place.
Yeah, I know D very well. I've been on her channel before.
Cool.
So I have, yeah, been on. I used to go on Justin's RVA Flips. I used to go on his morning show last year when he had Andy Parrot Head Picker on. I used to be on their morning show as well.
Cool.
So I knew all these guys from Steve and Steph's channel. That's how I got friends with Tracy, Lonnie, John's Cincinnati Picker, Tommy Bernhardt, and the list goes on and on. It's they're all great friends to have. Very knowledgeable. I'm lucky to have them, and it's been a really great help. It really has. When it came to my part-time reselling, I've learned so much, even from your channels. I've watched your guys' channel now for quite a wee while, and I've learned a lot from you as well. So I do appreciate all the work you do, because as I said, it must be hard doing it full time. It's different for me. I just do it part time, but I really enjoyed watching you and learning. And
thank you.
Helps a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it does get stressful sometimes, but like I tell people all the time, I'm lucky I kind of got a sugar mama. Like my wife works in nursing, so she brings home decent money. She works like 50, 60 hours every week. So my reselling basically just supplements our household. She's the primary breadwinner right now, but my goal is she's going to finish up her RN degree in September. So I want the reselling to scale to the point where I'll become the primary breadwinner and she can kind of just focus on, the last year she needs to go to school and, work as she wants to.
Understand, yeah.
So that's the goal.
Hopefully eBay or Amazon will help with that too.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I'm definitely hoping that. I did a little more Amazon sourcing last night.
You're starting to get the itch for Amazon, I see.
Well, my thing is that I was up at the Mills because I had dinner with my mom, so I was like, yeah, I'll swing into Dollar Tree. Because remember that product that they told me to go buy 11 more lots of?
Yeah.
So I figured I would stop and get the extra 11 lots, of that, and then I grabbed just a couple other things as like test buys. So
that's the thing to do. Yep. That's what I do. I mean, you go by the data that you have and what information you have and the keepers and stuff. But sometimes you just got to do a test buy and buy a little, so this way you're not going to kill your cash flow and have 90 of an item sitting next to you or put on the shelf. And so I mean, that's exactly what I do, and it's been working good for me. It's been helping me protect my my cash flow and my money and stuff like that, because I do eBay too, and like I got 3 sales going out today, which is like really good for me. So pretty happy today, man. Yeah, I hope to go full time shortly. I always joke with Anthony when I play DraftKings, and I'm like, hopefully I picked the right players here, and I could quit tomorrow and jumpstart my business. Because honestly, I mean, if I had just a nice little uptick of a loan or whatever, I probably would just do it, because you see, like with you, like in your job, it's the opposite with me. Like, if the pay wasn't so good, I would have ran out of that building.
It'd be like a funny spoof video to film, like fantasy reselling.
Yeah, that's what
like, who you taking in the first round? I got Lonnie. I'll dibs on Lonnie.
Then you pick somebody that's wrong. It's like they like quit reselling. It's like, oh man, like
that would be considered a bust.
Yeah, that'd be like my Antonio Brown of the auto draft of fantasy draft.
Me and my buddy, we're in it's like a big money league. Like if you win, you make like $2,000. So like we'd split like $1,000 each, like around Christmas time.
Right.
So we drafted Antonio Brown in the second round, above Keenan Allen, who's been like one of the top like scorers at that position all year. And we felt like the biggest idiots in the world. But like, man, who would have thought he'd be that big of a moron?
There's talk he might come back.
Yeah, I've heard that he has a chance to get signed by the Eagles.
Yeah, there's some teams interested supposedly, so be on the lookout for that bolo for your team.
Touche. Do you guys do fantasy sports over in Ireland?
Yeah, we've got the fantasy football over here.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a lot of the guys, have got the betting apps on the phone. They just do that sort of day, and it's quite popular in the UK as a whole. A lot of guys would put a lot of money onto that, and horse racing is very popular as well. A lot of people, gamble on the horse racing as well.
Do you? I'm guessing. Well, I mean, I don't know for sure, but the league that is in Ireland, that wouldn't be the Premier League, would it? Because I know that's English. But
yeah, the Premier League's England. Yeah, no, over here it's the Irish Football League.
Okay.
So it would be classed as League 2 in England. It's very, it's at the bottom of the food chain type of thing. It's very, very low league, not as, doesn't get a big worldwide audience, but we still have it. It's still something. It would be what you would call grassroots football, that type of way. But yeah, it's still quite big over here. You just don't get the crowds at the stadiums that you would get maybe in England. You don't get a packed house, a sellout, but it's still very popular. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I was always wondering that, because I do follow the Premier League somewhat. Like I'm a fan of Liverpool.
So am I. I am as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So we got that in common.
Okay.
Yeah. So Netflix even has like a little, I don't know if they still have it, but they had a documentary about Liverpool. I can't remember what it was called, but I watched that maybe a year ago. But yeah, it's really cool. That's the team I like to play as when I play FIFA.
Oh, FIFA, yes. I'm on the Xbox One myself. I've got the new FIFA 20 and the new Call of Duty there recently as well. So I do a bit of gaming as well on the side when I'm not doing my resale. Yeah,
I like to do gaming too. I haven't done a whole lot lately though. Like I'm slacking hardcore with gaming, just because I've been so busy trying to learn Amazon, and I went to visit Derek, NASCAR man.
Derek, yeah, I know him. Yep.
Yeah, I went to visit him in September, the beginning of September, and I bought so much stuff when I was down there that I've been trying to like turn it over as fast as possible to make the money back. And so like I've super slacked on my gaming. I still have 4 games that I got for my birthday that I haven't even opened, and my birthday was October the 6th.
Oh,
Like, so like I need to like turn in my gamer card. I feel like ashamed of myself because gaming's like one of my favorite things to do.
really good.
So, but yeah, FIFA's one of those games I haven't opened yet.
Very good game. Amazing game. It really is. It's something else. It really is. Amazing graphics in it and stuff. And they just seem to be getting, the technology in these games just seems to be getting better and better all the time.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Nate? Good to see you, buddy. Glad you're here. Talking about Frankenboxes in the chat. Gotta love a good Frankenbox.
Oh, I've seen Lonnie do those where you get the box cutter at the side and cut down the corners, and it all folds over easier.
Yep. I think Kelly was building a bigger one out of them though. Or she says wrapping paper.
Oh, right. Yep.
Yeah, it'd be very prime to send that in right now for sure.
Yep.
People be going nuts for that stuff.
Yeah. Yep. So I think we're kind of starting to unwind here, guys. Any last minute questions you guys have for David before we go? I'm going to drop his link one more time in the chat because I really would appreciate it if you go and show him some support. He did take time out of his day to spend the time with us. So appreciate you guys taking a couple seconds out of your day to go and subscribe to his channel.
I'm gonna drop a link for my channel as well. Next Wednesday will be my premiere of my first live for the morning show and for my channel, and we'll also be doing that giveaway. So make sure you are subscribed. And I'm going to put a video out. Just make sure you comment on it, and you will be eligible for the prize.
Yep. Right. And tomorrow, the show is going to be on my channel. Actually, tomorrow and Friday, the show is on my channel. So make sure you guys are subscribed to me so that you can catch the rest of the shows this week. You can just click on the 3 dots near where I just dropped David's link. If you want to come subscribe. I'm actually in the final 50 phase of 1K. So if any of you guys would be so kind to even share out my channel and, tell your friends about me, I'd appreciate it to help me get to that 1K. My goal has been to get the 1K by December. Well, technically like December 11th, because me and Ashley are going to Walt Disney World, and we want to live stream at the parks, and we want to do live streaming when we go sourcing down there, because best believe I'm bringing home at least 2 suitcases full of Disney items to resell. Hey, Dee's in the final 50 too. That's awesome.
Yes, she's getting there as well. Yeah.
So share her out too, guys. This is like a big part of I love about the community is when people get close to that 1,000, everybody kind of rallies to help get them there. So if you wouldn't mind sharing my channel and Dee's channel and helping us both get there, I'd appreciate that very much. Make sure you're also subscribed to Tommy. Hit that button and make it gray before you leave, because Tommy hates red buttons. But also, just another promotion for Tommy and Destiny. My video today on my channel, I released an unboxing that I got from Prints by TBE. They're a printing business, and you can see the quality of the stuff that they sent me. If you were watching yesterday's show that was on my channel, you saw I was actually wearing the shirt he sent me. But you can actually watch me unbox everything and give a little bit review on it and everything. So definitely go check that out. If you're interested in getting merch, or even if you want something like, for example, my wife wanted matching shirts for each park that we're going to at Disney. Tommy and Destiny are making us matching Disney shirts so we can be those dorks that show up like completely matching. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of wanted to get one that says I'm with stupid, but she would slap me. At least
I was gonna say which one's gonna wear that.
Yeah, my wife's very much like Nate's wife. She don't play and she's hood. So Glenn's in the chat. What's up, Glenn? He'll be with us tomorrow. He's gonna be our guest, Swamp Picker. So definitely make sure you check him out as well. Is there anything that you'd like to say, Tommy, before we go?
No, I just apologize kind of for my disconnectiveness in the show today. It's just I'm kind of jammed up on some things here, and I'm trying to get them worked out. So I apologize. I swear I'll be back to normal by Monday or by tomorrow, hopefully.
Okay. Not a problem.
A tough day.
life happens, you know.
Yeah.
What I mean? At least we could see your pretty face while we were.
Oh, thank you.
So
Yeah, life and business sometimes you can't control.
we told Tommy we needed eye candy, so he had to stay on screen the whole time. The ladies appreciate you, Tommy.
All right.
Nate, anything else you want to say, man?
Just keep broadening your horizons and on products, and just keep going after it and finding ways to source, and just keep going, make that money.
How about you, David? Anything you want to say in closing?
Yeah, thanks very much, guys, for having me on. Really appreciate it. And thank you, everybody that supported me in my channel. It means a lot. It really does. And without all of you, I wouldn't be where I am. So thanks very much. And I'm going to be going live on Friday at 7 p.m. UK time to do a live trivia game. So hope to see you all there.
Cool. Yeah, I will definitely try to tune in. I'll do everything I can to remember that and put it in my brain. I might even go put a little bell on your channel now that I actually have you up.
Ding ding.
I don't know why I sometimes forget to put bells on people and then I miss their lives because I don't know.
Yeah.
But I definitely appreciate you coming on. It's been really cool getting to know you a little bit better.
Yeah, no problem.
And, I guess, hey, there's Treasure Hustlers. Good to see you guys, Jackie and Sarah.
Oh, Sarah and Jackie, I know them. Yep. Hi, girls.
They are awesome. We want to have you guys on too. I sent a message to one of your Facebook accounts. I don't know if you check it much. It was like the both of you guys, but I would love to have you Treasure Hustlers on because I really enjoy what you guys do.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know if they use that account because I sent them a message too.
Oh, did you? Yeah, I'm gonna have to just like send it to a personal account or something like that. So, I guess without further ado, shut it down, Tommy.
Go.